What's going on, guys? Friday. Woo! Another Friday. Happy Flyday. Today on Flyday, I want to talk about something that's not really used a whole lot around in my neck where I live, and that's tube flies. Now, I've been using tube flies for various species probably for 10 years now, and experimenting with different types of tubes and adapters and everything else. And it's once you get the hang of it, you can pretty much tie any fly you want on a tube fly. The only difference is there's no hook. You can pick and choose your hook, and if your hook is dull, or you chip it, or the hook breaks for whatever reason, you just take a hook off, put a new hook on. You can run a bigger hook or a smaller hook. And the advantage of a tube fly versus a regular fly is once you hook the fish, the fly slides up the line, and the hook is here, and then it's not going to get beat up by a fish if you're using fish to have teeth, like say pike, or a walleye, or even salmon to a certain point. Which leads me into this segue. Like a segue? A good segue, right? Today's fly is going to be my intruder style, but easy for salmon. Because it's August, almost mid-August, and salmon should be starting to hit the river soon. They're not there yet. I looked yesterday, the day before. They're not there, but it's coming. By the end of the month, salmon should be in full prime. So we're going to talk about kind of different kind of tubes that I like, adapters that I like, and then we're going to tie this material list. So two types of tubes I like would be, one would be the Pro Tube system, and their system, let me focus that in here, there it is, Pro Tube. If you don't familiar with them, Pro Tube, Flex Tube, these guys are probably the most user-friendly as far as cutting tubes. They have a weight system, you can slides on there, you can tie the whole length of the tube, like the whole thing. You can cut it down short, you can basically modify the tube to make any size fly you want, put two tubes together, etc, etc, etc. These are probably the most easiest tubes to work with. And the other tube that I like to work with, poly tubes. And the benefit of this is these guys come with the tubing in the back to put your hook on. So basically you put a tube on, put a piece of plastic tubing in the back of it that holds your hook in place. So when you hit to set the hook, it pops off. You can run it with the plastic or like the silicone sleeve in the back. And rocks, you may or may not want your hook point down. You might want the hook point up. So in that case, the tubing will eliminate that kind of problems. So those two tubes, Pro Tube and HMH, are my go-to for as tube lights that I like. The other option, you can go tube vise if you want, or you can get one of these adapters, right? Let's see, focus this on. So basically, this tightens here, and then your tube goes on this needle, and then you push the needle in, like so, and then however big your tube is, sits there, and you tighten it down, and then this clamps where my fingers are right here, clamps into the vise, and you can tie your tube. You push in tight the tube, spin this, and then it locks the tube in place, and it won't spin, and you can tie your fly on that. One way. Really good for metal tubes with the tubing already inside it, because then it holds in place. Awesome, awesome. Works good. Just need the right size pin for the right size tube. They make them all up to the giant Magnum tubes. And my favorite, oh no, oh here we go. This is gonna be really hard to see. Is this right here? Can't see it. There. It's a needle, and basically this part here is round, and this part here is flat. And basically the flat part goes in your vise, like so. And the tube slides on the round part, and the actual, when it goes flat, pinches the tube together so it doesn't spin when you tie it. Awesome. This has kind of seen better days, but it still works. This is probably the best way I found to hold a tube. Quick and easy. You can bang a bunch of tubes off really quick. And then you can put tubes in your pocket because there's no hook on it, even like a leader wallet. Put them in there. Let's provide you with some of my tubes when I'm fishing for salmon. I'm just salmon fishing or just rainbow fishing. I'll put tubes in a leader wallet, let them go in there, and then when I need them, I just pull them out, bang, bang, bang. And you don't have to worry about carrying a whole bunch of gear if you don't want to. Which leads me into hooks. So my go-to hook are these Daiichi X points in either 4 or number 8. These are my go-to tube hooks, but they're really heavy. So if you don't want the extra weight, these are not good. Those are hold the same. They're 3x short, 3x strong, bulletproof. I use them for some of my carp flies, some saltwater patterns I work on. These hooks are indestructible, but heavy. But if you don't want the heavy tube or fly, then you need to use something smaller. So I've been experimenting this year with the Specimen wide gap number 6s from Raven. Yeah, Raven. Yeah, it's a float fishing thing hook for the most part for steelhead, but it has a wide gap, which I want for the fly, and it has a decent eye on it. It holds in the tubing, and it's really strong. So so far I started using these last year. I'm impressed with these wide gap. But you can find these ones everywhere. Those other Daiichi ones you can't always find anywhere. These Raven ones are almost in every tackle store. So you need something wide gap. I've used octopus hooks before, and sometimes the octopus is good, and sometimes it's not, depending on what kind of fly it is and what kind of material and how it moves in the water. Those are my two hooks to use for tube flies. My go-to. Maybe yours is different. If you use a different hook, that'd be cool. Let me know. But my two hooks, I like those X points, the Daiichi, and the Raven wide gap. So this fly today is going to be easy. Really seriously, we're going to use a piece of tubing, probably about 2 inches of the HMH tubing. You can get it in green too, but I just use it clear. For this fly, it's clear. For the dubbing, we're going to use Ice Dub Steely Blue. Right? Ice Dub Steely Blue. And then we're going to use some, what is this? Silver Doctor Blue and fox fur. I like fox fur. It's really durable. Gets a little motion in the water. You don't need a lot of it. And then we're going to use, for a wing, we're going to use Rooster Saddles and Grizzly. Ba-bam. This is not a high-end tail saddle or hackle. I just use genetic whatever ones because I'm not using them for dry flies. I'm using them for basically barring on minnows, or I'm using them for musky flies. And then lastly, we're going to use a piece of black marabou for the fly. That's it. Dubbing, fox fur, marabou, hackle feather. If you don't have hackle feather, or you can't find hackle feather, you can always use the not crystal flash. It's Mirage, the Mirage flash and the crinkle mirror. So you can't find the feathers. That's cool. The Mirage Flashaboo is a good alternative. That works good. Or if you can find the barred Flashaboo, that's another awesome alternative as well. So I'm gonna get my coffee. Get my coffee, and we're gonna hit the vise on Happy Fly Day, tying my intruder pattern. All right. So the white clear tube didn't show up very good in camera. So I'm gonna do this. Put my needle in. Basically, it's flat. The flash on the vise where you want it, and then take your tube. I'm gonna use chartreuse this time for demonstration purposes, right? And slide it on here until it's hard to move. Right there, and then we can back the needle up in the way so we can get it in there, like close to like where a hook would be to feel normal. Blue thread. So that was my intruder style black and blue fly for salmon. Works good on Chinook, works good on coho too. Caught some browns with it. Caught a few steelhead on it back in the, especially in the wintertime. That black and blue color especially stands out. This fly pops in good, awesome clear water and a good dirty water. So it's kind of a good all around fly. You can add weight to it if you want, or no weight. You can put a cone on it, which is the advantage of two flies, right? You can pretty much modify the fly however you want to modify it. Cones on it come in colors, black cones, sharp. Pick a color, you can put pretty much any color you want on it. The Pro Tube system has a weight system. You can put a weight right on the fly if you want to, built into it. But I like the, or you put it on the line in front of it. I like the adaptability to add weight or take weight off if I need to, or just slide a cone on it, cut the hook off, take the fly off, put a cone on it, some tubing, bang, you're good to go. That's kind of why I like the tube flies. They're more adaptable to the conditions, especially when you're swinging flies to get down there. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Tailors and Chasers. Happy Fly Day. I'm out.